If my daughter comes to me and say, Daddy, my husband cheated on me, I'm going to say, Princess, is he a good provider? Yes. Does he take good care of you? Yes. Do you ever disrespect you, raise his hand to you? No. Outside of this cheating, is he what you need in a man? Yes, he is. Was this thing purely sexual? Was it a hit and miss? Or is he really feeling this woman? If she tells me this was a hit and miss, go have a conversation with him about his infidelity. Let him know you do not like it. I will never tell you not to leave a man because he cheated. You want to leave him because he cheated? Go ahead and do it. But I want to ask you a question. How many men you expect to find out there who are never going to go outside that marriage at least occasionally to experience another woman? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's not realistic to leave a good man for an oops.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cliff. I'm joined with the usual suspect. I got Uncle Cousin, a.k.a. Mr. Dooley County, a.k.a. Port who didn't know it, a.k.a. he always going to have something to say because that's just how he is, man. You can't stop.
You know this.
I got Queen 17, a.k.a. the Conscious Queen, a.k.a. Black Mercury Mutant, a.k.a. Black Jewel, a.k.a. she's a shooter. So we just going to dive right into it, man. We just listened to that Dr. Umar clip on him giving advice to his daughter about being cheated on by her boyfriend, husband, what have you. I want to flip the script. Would you give the same advice to your son? Queen.
What'd you say now? No, I would not give the same. I wouldn't give that advice to my. I'm confused because the advice was just kind of all over the place. But no, I wouldn't give that advice to my son. First of all, if you're a boyfriend and you already cheating, what we doing? Get on. Like you didn't even make it to the husband stage, and y'all and built some things, and time has got invested in assets, and shit happens. Yeah, shit happens. You don't even get that far. You a cheating ass boyfriend. Like, so next, move on.
So what about husband? Our wife? Your son is now married and they've been together however long, but they're married. Would you tell him to leave his wife if he came and said, Ma, she cheated on me? What should I do?
I am gonna tell him to do what's best for him. First of all, because it's not good to get in the middle of no relationship and give advice on what somebody should do. But I'm gonna tell him it's a good chance. First of all, it's a good chance that if a wife cheated on you, she's leaving you. Women don't stick around and cheat on their husbands. We out the door. Usually. Usually.
I'm glad you do that usually in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying all the time. But if a woman is cheating on her husband, even if she don't leave, she's already emotionally gone. She might not leave because of the stability of it. She might not leave because of all the things that would have to be split. But if a woman is cheating on her husband, she already checked out. Especially if you found out about it. Because women are like cats. We go shit in a distance. Y'all, like dogs, y'all shit right in the living room where people step in it, and god damn, you feel me? So yes, if you find out your wife is cheating, she already gone, even though if the body is there or not, she's gone.
You got the same advice, and we flipping it back. You got the same advice. Are you giving the same advice Dr. Umar gave to his daughter? Are you giving that to your daughter? You on mute.
No, I'm not. I'm not telling my queens that, my princesses that. No, I'm telling my princesses that they need to operate from a state in which they feel is best for them. You know, truly, I do agree with what he said. You have a conversation and ascertain what it was that caused that disruption in your connection. Because in some cases, it's just some individuals. They that's just their being. You know, that's their genetic makeup. That's who they are. They're social butterflies.
So the same advice is going. You giving the same advice to your son?
Yep. The exact same advice, because they have to live with the choices and decisions that they make in life. So, that's something that I tell my kids is whatever you do, you process it for you and gain an understanding of what it is for yourself and how it fits in your life before you attach yourself to it.
I'm kind of on the fence. For one of my sons to come to me and give me that information means they really care.
Yep.
Wife, girlfriend, don't matter. For them to come and say, "Dad, so and so did X, Y, and Z. What should I do?" I don't. I gotta give them a kind of a politically correct answer. Like, son, what do what do you feel like you need to do? Have you talked to her about it? Have how is she treating you? Better yet, there it is. How is she treating you, or how has she treated you up until this point that you found out? Did she treat you like trash, or was she acting the same? Because both ways is kind of a double-edged sword. If she
Yep.
was treating you the same and she was out here doing whatever, yeah, that means she capable of doing that again, and you'll never know.
That means that is her genetic makeup. That is what she is. You know what I mean? She enjoys connecting with others and don't see nothing wrong with it. And if there are plenty of beings that are of that nature in this world, you know what I mean? And hey, live, love, enjoy how you see fit.
And did she come and tell him?
Or did he find out?
That would make a difference. Did she come and tell him about this act? Because that remorse is always a great thing if you love somebody. But if you found out and there was no signs, like you said, it was no.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, well, hey man, it happened, and
Nah, see, ain't
yeah,
shit that happen now. Ain't see
well,
that's that bullshit. Ain't shit just happen.
not even that it just happened. People gonna come up with whatever excuses they come up with. It's just the delivery. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can be moving however they're moving, and we can take cheating off the board. You can have a gambling problem. You can have a
Right,
addiction,
drinking problem,
whatever, a
whatever. Yeah,
drinking problem, whatever it is. They moving how they moving, and you don't know, and then you find out how you find out. Kind of determines what your next step is.
And I mean, I think it's important to know who you dating or who you marrying also, because as I'm getting older, I mean, it make more sense. A lot of people not just cheating or have these issues just because. These are usually things to fulfill something, to fill holes, to fill emptiness.
Yeah.
And us as women, we take it personal, like, oh, it's something against me.
yeah, and it has
Most of the
nothing to
time, it has nothing to do with us.
right. Yeah, it's all on that individual.
It's something that's going on with them that they feel like they need to fulfill to fill in something else that's missing. That has nothing to do with you. You can do everything right. You can do. That's why we hear women talking about they did everything right. They washing his feet. They running his bath water. They cooking for him, and he's still cheating because he was brought up in a certain situation. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't heal certain things and you don't talk about certain things and clear certain wounds, them things are gonna keep repeating themselves.
Facts.
So I want to. That's a two-part thing in there that you just said. The other day I posted a clip of a man getting pampered by his wife, his woman, whoever, whatever. Um, a lot of women was like, "Hell no, that's husband duties. Those is wifely duties. As a girlfriend, I would never." And then some women was like, "Nope." Some women didn't comment. Some of them hit me in the inbox and was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing that for no man because that's sassy or that's zesty. Any man that wants his woman to pamper him, I'm gonna look at him sideways."
Right, but see now that same female would want that dude to have that laid out for her that exact same way. That's how she would
So
expect her. She would expect to get that type treatment. However, she's not willing to give that type of treatment. Show
yeah,
me what society that works in.
I
yeah,
say date with no regrets.
there it is.
If you clean his feet, you give him pedicures, you do all those things, and it don't work, guess what? You did what you were supposed to do. You still a good woman, and vice versa.
Right.
And if it do work, it then great. Y'all see what works. But you automatically cutting yourself off if you automatically go in with the mindset, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, do what you think gonna make y'all situation great.
Yep.
And if it don't work, you gave it your best and you
That's
move
all.
on, and that person just wasn't worth it. It ain't got
Right.
nothing to do with you. Why
That's
lower
all.
yourself and who you are, trying to show what you not gonna do because you scared of being hurt? Go heal.
Exactly.
Go Hill is the
Go
message.
heal.
That
What
part.
part of the game? And I think this is more towards the youngins than people in our age range. Like if you're in the dating pool, you got to be kind of laying it all out. You ain't got to give them everything in your arsenal bag, but you got to be giving up some husbandly, some wifely things before you get the ring in order to get there. Who wants to propose to somebody who's holding back? And that's on both sides. If a
Well,
man is not taking care of the house in a way, and a woman is not showing that she can be a wife, why would I marry you? And I'm not saying you got to go full force. Like I'm gonna move. I'm gonna stay in my apartment over here or my house, and I'm gonna pay your bills over here,
no.
or vice versa. Or I'm gonna shower you with gifts every week or every month, whatever the case is. I'm not saying you got to go all out, but you got to show me something that says you're worth going to the next level to.
I wonder if things would change if we, and I'm speaking we, like when I'm speaking, I'm throwing myself in. I wonder if things would be different if we did those wifely things like, pedicures, cooking, but we kept the coochie to ourselves. Be be more
But
precise
would
in
you?
what you hold. Like,
But
would it
it,
make a difference?
it
Because,
are you now? But now, are you going to be a complete individual? Because
but I'm,
that's one aspect of you
you
that
know
you're
why I'm
taking
asking
out of
that?
this equation.
You know
But
why I'm
so you
asking that? Because when a woman gives you her body, she's giving you everything, whether she tells you that or not. Once we give you
when
that,
a being shares their body, that gives you everything,
but
male or female.
technically women are receivers. Y'all input whatever. When a woman gives you their temple, okay, that's why they act crazy when you start tripping afterwards. Or when men switch up, they get it. They don't give out to every woman and switch up when they give it to them. No, they switch up when they get it. So I wonder would things be different if we did all those other things, but we kept the sex? Because now we showing you our qualities without the confusion of intertwining sexually, because sex confuses things every time. It just does. It seems like no matter what you do, sex distorts things.
I think we started with the sex and then did the other things later and then try to pull back on it. I'm not gonna pamper him or I'm not gonna take her out on no trip because she ain't showed me that she can do X, Y, and Z. But we already had sex.
Yeah.
Like we already crossed that threshold. It should have been in reverse where we were getting like it blows my mind when people say, "Well, I'm getting to know him. I'm getting to know this person. I'm taking my time." You already had sex. What are y'all getting to know and taking your time for?
Right. What you getting to know
Yeah.
now? You don't have you sampled you've experienced them at their full capacity.
And
Now
not
there might
just
be
one
a couple
time.
of there might be a couple of tricks that they didn't show you at that point in time, but still you've experienced them.
So maybe if we women and was to show all our other qualities first. So then
Maybe
when the
yeah,
sex do
maybe
come,
maybe
so when the sex do come, if that man is for you, he already like
it's that much
in
better.
because of who you are, what you've shown him outside of that. So the sex is like icing. It's gonna be great regardless.
Right. It's that
You
much
know,
better because
we in reverse. I think we in reverse,
We
which
in reverse.
we've been told that, but we've been told to
well, okay,
keep
so
all the
you
activities of wifey. You know what I'm saying? Don't do none of that. Let him show you everything. I don't think that's the case. I think the
No.
sex, we got to learn how, not to give in on that point, but show them the other qualities. You know.
And I'm not saying take sex all the way off the board because
I
then
know
you
damn well
open it
you
up.
ain't. You finna get your ass kicked off the internet.
No, I'm not
And
saying that
never
because
be able to
Get
speak
your
again.
yeah,
Man,
kicked
y'all
off the internet.
this man on the internet said take sex off the board for me. A man said that, man, and he heterosexual, man. A heterosexual man said take sex off the table.
But
let me
would it
let me
make it work? Because this way ain't working. Like women giving you their bodies thinking, we think
Okay,
like,
so what about the young man that get his butthole ate for the first time and he doing everything that it takes to whatever this woman wants. She got 3 grown kids or whatever, and he taking care of her and them. You know what I'm saying? What
Wait a
about
minute,
that
this
young
shit
man?
sound personal.
Huh?
Where? So
You know what I'm talking about, Clip, them young soldiers.
No, I
You
don't
know
know.
what
I
I'm
don't know
talking about.
nothing.
Don't
No,
ask.
sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. This ain't the porch. This ain't on the front porch. My
Thank
bad,
you,
man.
sir.
My bad. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that for the front porch. Yeah,
Leave that on the porch. You talking
yeah.
about ass 8 and 3 kids and take care. I don't know nothing. But I get what Uncle's saying. I kind of saying. It's a double-edged sword, but I get both sides. Well, where Uncle's coming from and where Queen is coming from, sex complicates and puts mud in the water to where you don't have to give it up so soon. So we getting to know each other. A month goes by, we ain't had sex. Cool. I'm feeling you out, you feeling me out. 2 months go by. We might have sex. Cool. After you have sex, if you give it a little time, it'll kind of reveal something. Does the person start acting different? Then you start acting different. Do they continue the things that they were doing the 2 months prior? Do you continue to do the same things you were doing 2 months prior? Was the sex good? Was it trash?
I think that would be the only reason that the energies or actions would change was if the sex was trash and somebody don't want to admit that aspect of the connection ain't hidden, or the mental level of the connection ain't what is hidden, but the sex is hidden. You know, there's a mishap somewhere, and instead of having that just simple, honest conversation, individual will present a representative to be whatever that other person want them to be when they know full and goddamn well that ain't them.
And let's put a disclaimer that all situations different, because I mean, you might meet that one. You like tonight. Tonight, I don't care what happened tomorrow. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Tonight is going down.
You can meet somebody and sleep with them in the first week and y'all be together forever. Sometimes it can just be that.
It happens.
Like, I don't want to come out here like it's XYZ. No, it's not no formula to this thing called love. Especially now.
No, there isn't. There
It
is
really
not.
ain't. Yeah,
because baby,
I've been with my wife since '92.
And what you saying?
Long time.
Very
first experience. Very first.
You're leaving that other part
out. You know
out.
what I mean?
Yeah, like
long time. You know, you had to learn yourself back in those early days. You would learn. I was learning myself. She was learning herself. You know.
So y'all decided to learn each other together.
Exactly. We grew and learned each other together, and we still learn each other every day. Because I mean, the way you feel right now might not be the way you feel in 10 minutes.
It's true.
And you have that freedom as an individual to say, "No, I don't feel like that right now," and it should be respected because you are in control of your vessel.
You know, y'all say we unstable creatures. So the chances are likely that we gonna switch up.
Yeah,
no
because
So what?
Because y'all are
very
unstable creatures.
Unstable creatures. I've met, and this is probably my 18, 19, 20s. I met a girl. She was on that. She had an older, mature mindset, and she just was like, "We're not having sex. We don't get to know each other." I'm like, "Cool," but she didn't know I was on some savagery. You could have played with me and withhold sex, but want me to do all these other things. I played the game. 6 months. She made me wait 6 months. And when I got it, I got it. And I'm talking about foot on the neck.
Yeah.
Just stroking her out. Yeah. The beat it up right. Then all that.
To beat it up right.
Yeah.
All that. Put it up on her.
That third vertebrae move. You know what I mean? We're trying to make that third vertebrae shift. Yeah.
And when I went up in that thing, that was it. All my feelings and in 6 months of holding back and all that. And
see, you never know. Like, you make somebody wait, and now
that's what happens when
now you become a conqueror.
Those situations.
Now you become a conqueror because now you're dealing with ego. You know,
because it was a conversation.
Exactly, Queen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't that she made me wait.
It's that young state of mind.
So what was it? It wasn't that she made you wait. So what was it?
It was the way she was going about it. Like, you know, I got the best thing on the planet, and you need to wait and work for this. Like she didn't have to do anything. She was the total package prize, and I was the one that was going to receive this awesome, amazing gift once I got it. She wasn't doing anything. She wasn't. Let's go to lunch. Let's go to this. Let's go on a date. Let's get to know each other. No, it was. I had to plan everything. I had to initiate all things that were going on because she was what now I know as a passenger princess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing all that.
I'm cute.
So
You
then,
just supposed to pay for me to go because I'm cute.
I'm pretty.
So if she would have seriously dated you, like, come on, I feel like going to the movies. It's on me tonight. Like, let's actually chill and be friends. Like,
Right.
it would have been different. You wouldn't have wanted to do her like, gotcha.
Exactly. You would want that's somebody you can build with. I mean, you've drained me. You know what I mean? That's all you've been doing for me is taking from me and withholding you.
But you know, the sad thing is, there's women that do that.
Right. And
it's men that's parasites.
Exactly.
And they prey on that. They prey on good-hearted women. They prey on women that come because they ain't used to that. They used to the bloodsuckers. So when they get that, it's like, oh, I'm finna take it for what I can. Instead of like, I sent you a boat, you big dummy. You know what I'm saying? God, like I sent you a boat, nigga. Like I tried to, and you just go shit on her like that. So like, it's no right or wrong way to go about this. You just better hope the person you dealing with got their mind right. That's all you can do is have your mind right.
Sit back and pay attention.
That's it. Because you have to be able to function as a complete individual in order to connect with anyone else. If you have faults within you, those need to be addressed and corrected, especially when you're talking about connecting with someone on a physical level. You know what I mean? There are a lot of different energies that we ingest depending upon the methods that we use in our sexual encounters. So individuals should always be aware of who they are and what they're going through and where they're at in life.
Yeah. So circling back to what the initial conversation with Dr. Umar, and this is kind of going to Queen as well. Not necessarily your requirements in totality of what you require of a man, but does a man have to make a certain dollar amount to date you now?
No, I want his wealth and his spirit. Like the age I'm at right now, I don't really care about because what I want to do, I'm gonna do. Like if you ain't got it and I want to do it, we gonna do it. Let's go. Call it what you call it. You know, some women call it pick me. If I want to do something and I care about somebody, it's up. We gonna do that. Yeah. But you can't be spiritually bankrupt though.
Yeah.
Once I start feeling inside like I'm being taken advantage of, or like it's not real, or like you playing on my sock because you think shit's sweet. You know what I'm saying? I know I just like you. You know what I'm saying? No, I just like you. So I'm excusing things just like you know I'm sure men do. But don't get it twisted, you know? So no, it's not about a dollar amount. It's about how you make me feel.
Okay.
Because we may be broke. You know what I'm saying? We may be broke in 5 years. Look how shit going. We might have to sleep on some floors. I gotta like you without it. Like,
oh man.
I gotta like you without it. The babies come home, and this can be your son or your daughter. She meet a guy, and she's telling you about him, and she say, "Well, Dad, he don't have a job per se. He got a bunch of odd jobs, but I want to marry him. I'm thinking about that. I love him. I want to marry him, but he don't have stable income." What advice are you shooting to her?
Baby, are you comfortable living the way that you're living right now? Are you completely and ultimately happy right now with where you are in your life? If you can answer that question, yes, enjoy your life, baby. If you have any thoughts as to that question, no, you're not ready for that. Don't go down that road because you're about to go through some experiences that you don't have to experience.
So
you tell that young man to gather himself, and when he's a complete individual and ready to present himself and rule a kingdom, he can come back and talk to you, baby. Tell him to come back and talk to you then.
So
but he can't rule a kingdom.
you said right now in
Right.
most
Because,
but I'm saying in most situations right now we're in the honeymoon phase. Everything is cool. I like him. I like her. Everything is cool.
yeah.
I tend to think beyond the right now. Are you comfortable with the situation in 2 to 5 years being the same way right now? Like, I mean, being the way it is right now. Are you gonna be okay with this person in 5
Right.
years?
Right.
If
And
they
that,
say I'm cool right here, are you gonna be okay down the road?
And let's
but who
also
knows?
think about, because there's different avenues. Let's also think about. You said he got a bunch of odd jobs. It's something different about a man that you could throw out into the woods and he
and make
gonna come
something
back
happen.
with it
Right.
regardless of what
Yeah.
the world look like outside.
Yeah,
Because you got some men that got a job to go to work every day that can't maintain. And then you got some men that it don't matter what happened with the economy, it don't matter what happened out in the world, he gonna make it happen because it's just in him, it's in you, not on you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
pay attention. All you can do is
That
pay
part.
attention. Different, you know what I'm saying? Different scenarios for different people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
But
I
at
agree.
no point am I going to tell them exactly, tell them what to do, because they have to, again, live with the decisions that they make. I can give them different scenarios that I've seen or experiences that I know of, so that they can, use that data to help them kind of come to a conclusion as to the likelihood of this reoccurring in their life or going whichever way, but those are some conversations that they have to have with themselves.
I agree and disagree. Only because you know your children, and then it's not specifically to you. This is a conversation that a lot of people have, where some parents, their style of parenting is what Unc just said. I may have a split between both, where I might give you a life lesson and say, don't go bump your head up against the wall. Let me show you that this already happened, folks. So don't go do it again.
Right.
Don't. What you about to do is stupid. I've been there before, so stop. And in the other instances, I might say, well, what do you think you want to do? Where do you see yourself at? This experience happened to me, but I'm gonna back up and let you go experience this because you need to go experience it. So it differs for me based on the situation in which one of my sons bring to me, the kind of advice I'm gonna give to him. Sometimes I want to say, son, that ain't it. You keep up it.
You about to run into it. And you remember, like, say my mama when I'm young, she's like, you can't get there, you can't make it unless you got a college degree. Without a college degree, you ain't her
You ain't doing
advice.
nothing.
Her advice right now don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Because times is always changing. So you got to be careful of, this is the usual. This is what usually happens. But it's different variables through life. It's always a different variable. So, it's, all you can do is talk to your kids and just tell them what you saw.
Yeah,
But
that's why I was like the 50-50. What Uncle saying is like,
but you can never go wrong on raising your kids on good character.
No,
and teaching them what good character look like.
Right.
Yeah.
There ain't no going wrong on that. That don't switch. Good character is good character. And when you don't have it, shit gonna mess up no matter what you got.
How you present yourself.
How you present
it.
Yep.
Hey, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say that part of the characteristics, and somebody brought it up, and I swear we talked about code switching before. Somebody brought it up in a conversation and said that we, as Black people, kind of we sell ourselves short, and we're selling out when we code switch at work. And when I say at work, you know who I'm saying that we're switching up for. How do y'all feel about that being a part of my characteristics? Because I know who I am. I know my culture. I know where I come from, all that good stuff. But I have to present myself a certain way outside versus how I present myself when I'm talking to y'all, when we hanging out, when we have a conversation. Are y'all presenting that same notion to y'all kids and to the young people that y'all mentor? Are y'all presenting that same information to them?
I am. What's code switching? What code you switching on?
You know, I mean,
like what code does this
you,
code that we talking about? Does it have any foundation?
because
What does it stand on? What does it benefit you to be in that code at all times?
right
First of all,
now,
that's an ignorant person asking you that. They all you got is that code. What is it giving you? Because you got to know how to play the game. This is
right,
life.
right, and I mean, for an individual to make a statement of that nature, they're trying to project their feelings onto you. You know, because if you feel that I'm presenting myself in a certain manner, that's for you to deal with. I know I'm doing that. I'm doing what I need to do in this moment and in this time to provide for me and mine and do whatever I want to do and how I want to do it. So if what I'm doing disturbs you in any type of way, all I'm gonna say to you is good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Good morning, good afternoon,
yeah,
good evening, good night. Good. Just that's because that's all I have for anybody, any and everybody. It's good.
yeah. And my quote unquote code switching I don't start speaking in a different manner or acting a certain way. I just might not use certain language at
Well,
work.
see, well, Cliff, in different environments, it requires different vernacular.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk in the meetings. I'm like, hey, yo, what's up, bro? Y'all good? Hey, what's up? Hey, hey, y'all watch that game last? Hey, that shit was cracking. Hey, that shit was hell yeah. Hey, nah, fuck all that. Hey, nah,
Right.
hey, Brian got off on my. Y'all watch the game last night? I'm saying I'm still having the same
Same
conversation.
conversation,
Did
just
y'all
on a
did
different
y'all watch the
level.
Lakers game? Y'all watch it? Okay. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Yeah, man, he got off last
Yeah,
night.
yeah, man. Yeah, he put the
And
team
I'm
on his
still
back.
using our terms. I'm
Right.
still
He,
using
he he
our.
really put the team on his back, man. You know what I'm saying? That bro really he has a desire to win.
I didn't find. I'm in the medical field. I didn't find my. They be walking around. I got the other nurses talking about that's fire. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you present your code in a way that other people respect,
Right.
you
Right.
can still be in code
It's
because they respect it and they like, I got my little friend. I ain't gonna put her name out here, but she's like,
ah.
that's fire. And
It's
I think
it's
it's so funny because it'd be like, what? And then the other one would be like, I accidentally called my husband bruh last night because I'd be like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Right,
Like,
but those are the type vibes that I know me. I enjoy those type conversations with my wife when we can connect on that level. That you know, what I mean, hey, okay, we're really conversing as individuals and not as a status quo or a position or title. She's
yeah,
functioning in her natural capacity, and I'm able to function in my natural capacity, and it's harmonious.
but
well, you and
that's
your
at
wife
home.
code should be
Yeah,
totally different from
way different.
anybody else's code. That ain't our culture. Y'all
Yeah,
got
that's
your
a
own culture, so this
Yeah,
should
you
be
got to.
different.
you gotta have your own language. Just like you should
Yeah.
have your own language with your kids because it's I can say I can yell out boys and my son and they're gonna jump up and start moving. We can be out in the mall and I can say boys, they're gonna start moving towards my voice if they're not standing next to me.
That's
Because it's
understand.
just a
That's
it's an
it. You already
understanding.
know if I call
Yeah,
you, I'm
but
calling you for a reason.
we talking about in the outside world. We're not talking about with family and friends. We're talking about when you go to work. That code that code switching goes on and off. As I move
You
out
know
through the
what?
day,
You know
go ahead.
what bothers me though? Sometimes, like a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. The voice change.
Yeah, that bothers me a lot.
The voice change
Hey,
bothers me
man.
because, and I was talking to the doctor I work with about it. He was saying how he thought that's what people should do, and I said, why?
Right,
Because the only culture that you think should change their voice to appease to things would be mine.
right, right.
And after us having a conversation, and like I speak my piece. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm me everywhere. I'm me
Ah,
everywhere for real. Like for real. My coworkers to tell you I'm me everywhere, but it's how it's coming, and I'm respectful, and I'm gonna keep it cute. But I'm all, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we not changing our voice. I'm gonna sound just like this. with patients, with corporate that come visit the facility, with but they gonna know my work ethic, how I get
I
out.
know I know what I'm speaking of.
Yeah, that voice
Just
change.
because
I don't like
just
that too
because I
much.
speak with this voice does not mean that I'm unaware of what I know of what's going on.
Because what you're saying, without saying it, is the people with this voice is better
The people that speak like this are better
or more
versus
important.
people that talk like, "Hey, I'm saying the same thing. I haven't said anything different. I just changed my approach, but I'm better."
How you gonna change the narrative if you don't show people that those stereotypes are just that, stereotypes?
That's it. A label somebody placed on us to make them feel better
about themselves.
About themselves. People can see me from a distance. Locks, and I'm black. I can have a suit on and a tie, locks, and I'm black, and they are like, and then I start talking that talk, and they like, wait a minute, who to let this darky in here and talking like he talking, telling us all this good stuff and telling us how it's gonna go.
Steve, when you come in here, Steven?
And that's how
but then what that do in the world? They start second guessing themselves when they see that image and have that stereotype, because they like, nah, because I remember
when they not supposed to be able to function at this.
I remember that ain't the only way they come. They come in a lot of different variations, but they don't know that until you show that.
Right.
Yeah, it's a cold world. It's a cold world.
Cold world, bro.
It's a cold world. So why do we as a culture accept mediocrity? In our Black American culture, African American culture, Hotep, Moors, what else? Native Americans. Why do we accept mediocrity across the board? When it comes to movies, when it comes to politics, when it comes to accountability of one another, why do we accept mediocrity?
It's hard to fight something when you don't know nothing different. When you're trying to climb out of that barrel, you don't know what's on the other side. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you fighting mediocrity when this is your norm? Like, you was born into this. You don't know it's mediocre until you get friends of other backgrounds and you start mixing and mingling outside of your social circles. And then it's like, oh, the average household in this ethnicity is 6 figures plus. You don't know that until you start meeting them, even the ones that have regular schmegular jobs.
Right.
The damn I was blown away. Like, wait a minute. Like the income variance is way different.
Which is a cold. That's another thing. Go ahead.
And it don't have nothing to do with. It's all the things that were set against us from the beginning, and it's hard to get out of a barrel if you don't know you in a barrel.
True.
You just want to be the best in that barrel.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's it in a nutshell, Queen. It's because we aren't going to function as one. Because it has to be my way. I got to be able to do it how I want it done.
I gotta be the king or queen. Go ahead.
Exactly. Not many of us possess the ability to humble ourselves and come to a table and say, "Hey, that's a real good idea, bro." You know what I mean? I think with a little tweaking, we can do boom, boom, boom. And when you say I can do a little tweaking, that bro say, you know what? I see how that'll fit. But in most cases, you have an individual that'll say, "Nah, bro, this is my plan, and this how I want to do it."
I think we need to wake up to realize, put it in perspective. You can't finish a puzzle if all the pieces are shaped the same. Everybody want to go out and look the same, do the same things, reach the same goals. Think that everybody got to make the same amount of money. Everybody got to look the same because you know something. You should look like this. No, we should all have something different. We are the same regardless.
Right.
DNA, we are the same. But everybody should want to be something different, because in order to put that full puzzle together, you can't be shaped like the piece next to you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot.
The janitor can bring something to the table, just like that corporate exec
Exactly.
can bring something to the table, just like that man in the middle that drive the bus, or that man that's and I'm saying man is synonymous to a woman, but that person that's in the middle, that's an entrepreneur that's doing real estate. Those are all different industries and making different incomes, but they all can bring something to the table.
Right.
And I think that's what our problem is. We're too caught up in, if you're not making six figures, you don't matter.
Yeah.
If you don't bring this certain wealth to the table, you don't matter. Like,
And we saw what that did during COVID. The trash people, the janitors, what they call them, essential workers.
yeah,
At the end of the day, those at the top, your life is destroyed if we don't have the basic essentials. Nobody want to build houses. Where we all living? Where that rich man finna live? Nobody want to be a carpenter. Nobody want to be in the medical field. Everybody in influence. Who you influencing if it's no reason to influence?
Are you trying to sell a house if there's nobody to sell a house? Better yet, if you don't have somebody that's in doing lawn service, if you're shunning the person that does that, how you gonna sell a house? You gonna go do it yourself? Like, let's be real.
It's like
you can't knock
everybody.
the 9 to 5. Go ahead.
We all getting caught up in the glitch. We don't want a 9 to 5, or we don't. That 9 to 5 is usually more essential than the corporate. We have a lot of people in corporate, say in the healthcare field. I'm sure you know, Cliff. People that's pushing papers, making all these decisions, but then once it gets down to the facility, it ain't working. Because you don't work here, you don't know how things go. You didn't build this beautiful building or made these rules, but it don't work when you actually putting them on the, putting it in the situation, because that's not how things work.
Right. You created the plan in your mind and not in reality.
You need those people on the ground. You need boots on the ground.
You need to understand the actual heartbeat of that environment in order to implement anything that's gonna function or grow in that environment.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and just in the simple terms, what Queen just said, in the hospital, a lot of doctors, nurses, techs, they kind of look down on the logistics folks and the facility folks, but don't realize without those people, you can't do your job
at all.
You need them. You need the facility folks to make sure the building is running how it's supposed to be running. You need the logistics folks to make sure you got the equipment and the supplies and items to take care of patients.
You need all those puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
And that circle back to us as Black folks. We need each other. Stop it.
Right. You do. Everybody needs everyone in order for anyone to do anything.
And stop looking for who look like they got the bag. Because a person that got the bag within, they gonna outwork that person with that Hermes on them any day.
Oh man.
That's where we gotta start in our culture, because we get blinded by the lights and the glamour and the flash. Because let's keep it honest, you usually want it, and that's what you're looking for, because that ain't what you used to. You know what I'm saying? That's what amuses you, because it's out of your grasp. That's how you being tricked. That's how the enemy is tricking you, by the facade of wealth, when really there ain't no wealth.
Your health, your next breath is your wealth.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
And I got a question for y'all. This off topic. This is like, but it just ran through my head. I got a prediction.
Okay.
I got a combos with Cliff.
Exclusive. This is combos with Cliff.
Trump, the trumpet. Everybody, this man running through these states, running through them like a gypsy. You hear me? Because they like, oh, the last time, whatever the reason is, he just looked like, out of the two, this where we going. I want to remind y'all that Trump is a Gemini. that man finna come with a whole another. I mean, he might still have his bigotry ways, of course. It's in you, not on you. But the things that y'all thinking that he did last night that was beneficial for everybody, he gonna flip the script on you. You gotta be prepared for the sneak attack at all times. None of this is for us. None of it. So whenever you get in your emotions and oh, this is what we do it. None of it is set up for you. Stop focusing and putting letting them harvest your energy. Please stop doing that.
Yeah,
that's just my prediction. So I'm waiting to see what he come with, because I look at this shit like a TV show, because it's on TV. It's not my real life.
It's a reality show.
It's a reality show. It's ludicrous, the things that's going on around us. You gotta take yourself out of it now. Once get your feelings out of this stuff, you'll live a healthier life.
Did y'all watch any of the Fonnie Willis case? The prosecutor.
Black women, please don't cancel me, black women. But I got a big mouth. What Tupac say? I got a big mouth. She wrong. She freaking wrong.
No.
You want me to tell you why she wrong?
Why
you want me to tell you why she wrong? She wrong because you in them people house. We was just talking about switching up and staying on code. She stayed on code a little too tough. When you going against Trump and you done seen how you got to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. You can't afford for nothing to come out. You can't do nothing that you already, us as black folks, period, in the workforce or anywhere, we got to make sure we better than everybody else, because we always going to take a blow. So you always got to be a notch ahead. That's one. Second, she got up there in her feelings. She got in that courtroom with her black woman feelings, and I understand it, because they'll play with you. They will play in your face all day, but you should know that, because you playing their house. This is your job. You know how they work. You know how they come in. They used you damn near as a pawn for the situation as is.
Right.
So take it and make a good situation out of it for you and yours and the people that look like you. But now you're getting up there in your feelings, talking about what people ain't gonna do and and the eye roll. That ain't gonna work in their house. That's just proving them right. Third, you went and got this man and paid him what? How much money you pay him in 2 years? To do what?
Hey man, don't be hating on that young king.
What did he do before this?
Huh?
What was his qualification?
He was where he was, and he was where he needed to be to get where he wants.
That's that
so
mentality.
Don't you
I'm
come on here
about.
hating on that young man for doing.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating, and I'm not saying it. But the point is, you in these people's house, you in a political field. You didn't jump from the DA to political now. You going after presidents that the people that usually run this country, they backing him and they tearing anything down that's trying to say anything different. You can't go get this man. I ain't gonna say, because he wasn't qualified for what she paid him for. And then he got to watch his walk. Why you divorcing your wife right after you get hired? What you doing? Watch y'all walk out here. Like, you can't be mad at nobody but us. Them circles is built for certain things. So when you get in them circles, you got to be on top of it, because you know you got to keep your head on the swivel. Just because you made it there, now your job is going to be even harder. It's easy to get in a room. It's hard to stay there.
It's hard to stay.
That part right there. It's hard to stay in the room. You have to get in the room and stay there.
And you making a way for the next sister to come in that position and have that and start being DAs around the country. You can't make these kind of mistakes like Sally would have made. Sally probably would have got away with it. But you can't. We can't. And it's sad. It's wrong, but it's fact. And she should know that better than anybody else. And to sit up and keep using the excuse, oh, they just coming for her because of So what? We know that that's how they play. Why you keep falling for the same games that they keep playing? They ain't showed you nothing different.
And they ain't gonna show nothing different, because the system is designed to work the way it's been working. It's gonna keep working the way it works.
It don't matter where black women reside and work at. We know then we always got to be a step ahead. Especially if it's in their house. It's under their terms. We being watched by them. You got to move different. So when you come out the gate and all this stuff coming out, you didn't think that they was finna go looking. You really didn't think they was gonna look. Somebody tricked you and told you were safe. That's what happened. Somebody tricked you and told you were safe.
Yeah.
And it's not even funny because now we're not even focused on what she originally the charges in the case she brought up against him. We're not even on that. We on her. And what money you spent and what she did and who she slept with and
that's what lawyers do.
But guess what? They use that same layout every play. This ain't nothing new. They ain't doing no part of the game that they don't always do forever.
No, they hit it with the.
Yep. Flip the script. Put the light on you. Show the world about
the
you.
Same play call.
And what I'm doing is really irrelevant because this is about what you doing. This ain't got nothing to do about me and what I did.
If I could show you unqualified,
I will stand my day in court when it's my day to stand my day in court if I have to go to court. But right now, that is what you're talking about really is irrelevant to what we're discussing.
Right.
This is a diversionary tactic to keep us in a fog.
I don't remember the exact thing they asked her, which exact drink she said, but they had her talk up there. Oh, he like Grey Goose and I drink Hennessy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do what they do. And
they was trying to tie her up. They were trying to get her to lie about what kind of drink I think they said did she drink some kind of vodka? And she was like, no. I was like,
playing with her though, playing with our heartstrings, because the best way to get to us is to play with our emotions. To what they say, don't play in our face. That's us. Don't play in our face, because now we gonna forget all that. We forget all about them books and what we learned along the way. Because now you playing in my face. That's how easy it is to. All you gotta do is pull a little heartstring, pull a little emotions, and they know that.
And we're gonna run with it. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. Unc, you got something to say before we get up out of here?
Oh, no, not today, bro. Unc ain't got nothing to say except y'all come out on the porch when y'all come out, and we gonna get Cliff out there on the porch because you know what I mean. He need to get a couple of good rib shots. You know what I mean. He need to come out on the porch so we can toughen him up a little bit.
Oh, you like to tussle?
Yeah.
Oh, you like to tussle?
Yeah, it's gonna be some furniture moving. Good luck.
Yeah.
Queen, you got something?
Don't worry about it. Everybody bring their own chairs to the porch. You know what I'm saying? To the front porch. So
y'all gonna need it.
Nah, ain't nobody. Who's y'all?
Queen, you got something?
Y'all finished?
I don't know what's going on. He trying to fight.
I'm on the same things I was. Don't waste the pretty, ladies. Use your youth and your good years on building you. Don't wait until them years is up and then now you want to look back and judge and be mad at everybody else because of what you didn't do to build yourself. Don't waste the pretty.
Well, there it is. All I got to say to the fellas, to the young fellas, man, don't trust a big button smile. Y'all be cool, man. Peace.
Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free-thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.